some of us have gone through a lot of shit. A lot of shit that we didn't want, that we didn't ask for. But it's still within our own power what we accept. Whether those things that happen to us define who we are, it doesn't. It's having the power to stand up. Even when you have all those negative things happening to you, like the worst things happening, it's just about, regardless of that stuff happening, it's about standing up for yourself, taking your own power back by standing in your power that you already had and you always have, you know. And it takes grieving, of course. It takes a lot of pain to want to open yourself up again to people, to trust them. It's painful, and we don't talk about that enough. It takes a while to open up when you have been hurt by people, and you know, especially when you've opened your heart up so wide for them. It's very painful. But it's that understanding that, you know, nobody can take your power away from you aside from you. That's how you take your power back, by realizing that you always had that power, and that nobody can alter your divine self. You are divine always. And yeah, and when you recognize that, you can allow yourself to open up to energies that you perceive are here to witness your beauty, to witness your mind, your intelligence, your kindness, your curiosity, everything about you. Everything about you. There are people that are going to accept you for all of you. But first you have to stand strong in yourself to be able to not be influenced by people's opinions of you, even the most positive opinions. You shouldn't be influenced by people's opinions. It's not people's opinions that should make you feel good about yourself or bad about yourself. It goes both ways. Just don't attach yourself to anything. Just be neutral. Just be neutral. It's about thinking that nobody is better than you. When you think that nobody is better than you and that you are not better than anyone, you are just as equally divine as all beings. When you experience that experience for yourself, then you can live freely in this world. You can live freely being yourself. Because then you have reached the point where you don't care. Where you accept yourself for who you are, and that is it. That's what this life is about, accepting yourself through every single path, every single journey that you're going to experience, because this is your life to experience. This is your life. You are in this body and you're going to be in this body forever. And I've been saying this very much in the past number of videos that I've done, which I have not yet released. Maybe I would release that before this. I don't know, who cares? Whatever happens, happens. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that one must love themselves to know how much it's such a big word, how much magic they hold, how much just like, you know, how much color they hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you are so clear about that fact, life just becomes wonderful. Everything becomes so wonderful when you recognize that you just are here for yourself. You're just supposed to be here for yourself. This is everything. Everything is about being here for yourself, living for yourself, taking care of yourself. learning to work with yourself, learning to manage your own emotions and express them and not repress them. You're learning to literally just live. It's like when a child says, or when they feel insecure about something, and you know, like, you speak to them like, no, like, that's not what you are. Who told you? Don't ever listen to what these people are saying, because that's not who you really are. You know, like, that kind of talk is what I'm saying. Like, that's how you have to speak to yourself. You have to speak to yourself with that kind of mannerism. When there's doubt, when there's insecurity, all those things, you have to speak to yourself like you're your own adult, like you're your own parent, your own guardian angel. Like, you have to be everything. You have to be everything you need to be able to exist here and to be able to just live and thrive. Know how much confidence, like, I watched a video a few days ago of how, like, there was a dad and his daughter was like talking about, she was insecure about something about her hair or something, her eyebrows. And the dad was just like, you look beautiful, like, you look gorgeous. And she was like, really? Yeah. And that's all it took for the entire path of her life to change, because there's that belief. There's that belief. So yeah, just keep loving yourself. That's what this is about. Loving yourself. And loving yourself means holding your own hand. That's really all it means. Because I've always tried to find out, what does it mean to love yourself? What does it mean to love yourself? What does it really mean to love yourself? How can you? Well, it's really simple. It's holding your own hand. Just hold your hand. That changes everything. Just hold your hand and feel how that feels. I'm doing it right now. I have been doing it for the past, and I feel like maybe that's why that came about, because I'm like, there's something so soothing about being there for your own self. It's that relationship with ourselves that we learn to cultivate through other people. But when you recognize that you don't really need people to love your own self, when you recognize that you're all these people inside yourself, when you recognize that there's so many energies around you and within you that you can work with to love yourself, then you will find that love. You will find it. The mirror can also be you. That reflection that you're seeking. If you look at yourself in the mirror right now, you're going to see exactly who you are. You're going to know exactly what you need to love. You don't need other people to tell you. You don't need other people to make you feel good about yourself by just giving you like one little compliment about how your eyes are nice, your hair is nice, your heart is so pure. You don't need people telling you that. You know already. You can give yourself that thing. Nobody has to validate anything. It's nice to do that. I'm not saying it's not. Oh, it's so wonderful to have compliments. I love compliments. But I also recognize that is that I'm just resisting to give myself what I want to hear. It's there already. I know what's going to make me feel good about myself because I know what I'm insecure about. But if I know what I'm insecure about, it means I can also work on improving that. I don't need other people's compliments to raise my vibes up. I can raise my own vibe up myself. That's what I'm saying. So holding your hand is holding your hand regardless. Knowing, facing yourself, facing everything, the love, the anger, just everything that you are, facing it, and just learning to appreciate more of yourself and teaching yourself how to do that. And you know how to do that already. You know how to do that. You know what kind of words can help you. You know that it's optimism. You know that it's positive words. You know that it's kind words. It's nurturing words. It's you know what you need to do for yourself. That's it. How do you do it? Act. Get in the vibe. Write about it, sing about it, paint about it. Just spend some time outside. Spend some time reflecting. I'm trying to see how you can relate to the world within yourself as you relate to the outside world. What's your inner world like? Observe. Are you happy in this place you're at? Is your inner world telling you that they want to escape? Are they feeling uncomfortable? Are they feeling happy and joyful? Are they seeing potential? Are they curious to experience something or go to a certain place? You know, you can sense those feelings within yourself. You just have to feel them when they come up, and you have to listen to them. There's always hints, there's always signs. You just have to follow them. Follow them, and that's how you learn to hold your own hand. Whatever intuition you receive, it's there for you to follow. Follow your intuition, because if you don't follow your intuition, you're just hurting yourself. Because you know the right thing to do, and you know the thing that's not right to do. So you disappoint yourself when you don't do the right things, because you know that you can do better. So your intuition, your gut feeling, that's the calling. That's the hand. That's the hand that's holding you. You have to follow that hand. You have to listen. You have to be there for that hand, because that hand is going to guide you so much. If there is any hint about life, about what everything is all about here, it's really, that's your guide. That's your one guide, and nobody can see that aside from you. Nobody can experience your intuition aside from you. That's the gift. That's the magic of life, is that you are given this gift. This is a gift. It is a gift to have intuition, because that's your compass. That's your direction. And I feel like I've been able to do all the things I've been able to do in my lifetime, though there's still so much to learn. The reason why I have attracted so much positivity into my life, the reason why I'm able to do so much beautiful art, bringing my visions to life, is because I follow my intuition. I follow my guts, feelings. I follow myself. I don't when I overthink about something and I'm just thinking too much about it, and I start questioning myself, I've lost the intuition, because that intuition is the first hint, that first hit you get, that first whatever you feel in your heart, that's that. Of course, the logic is there to be able to balance your feelings when they start spiraling out of control, because maybe the thing that you are intuiting is off, or is just too much energy for you, or if that's what you feel, then sure, that's why there is a regulator. Your mind. But yeah, when you learn to work with your mind, your body, and your spirit together at once, your spirit is also mostly your intuition. But if you learn to work with all these three teachers, then you will be able to navigate your life in a way that is healthy. It's not dependent on things aside from your own self. Like, you are your own hand. That's basically what I'm saying. You will take yourself through this life, through everything, because you will know how to speak to yourself. You will know how to guide yourself. You will know how to love yourself. That's it. That's our greatest lesson, is to learn to love ourselves, to learn to hold our hands. And that's it. To trust our own selves, to be able to know how to move forward and how to thrive here. That is it. Because we only have ourselves. And that's what I mean when I'm saying we only have our own self in this lifetime. So we have to learn to work with ourselves. We have to learn to be in balance and harmony with ourselves. Because when we are in balance and harmony with ourselves, we are automatically giving people the chance to be in balance and harmony with themselves as well. That is that integration. That is the integration. The integration happens when we merge all of us, all of our parts together, all of these elements of what makes us us together in a loving manner. That's it. It's about being calm with yourself. It's about not putting pressure on yourself to do. It's about letting yourself be curious and letting yourself explore, and not being all disappointed when things don't happen exactly as you want, because you're still experiencing life. There's still so much unfolding in front of your eyes. You don't even know what's coming yet. Just be on a ride. Just be a sailor. Be a sailor. You don't really know. You can't really see much ahead. You can only see a few feet in front of you. I don't even know if I'm using the right metrics, but anyway, you can't see the island. You can only see the water that's, continuing to appear in front of your eyes until you finally see something. So that's kind of how life is. You just go with it. Go. You know where you're heading. Follow your compass, your intuition. Your compass will tell you, navigate, help you go through all the things that are going to happen on the way. That's it. Just keep going. Know where you're heading. But just don't let yourself sink into... Just don't remove your hand from it. Just don't let go. Period. Don't let go of that hand. Don't let go of that hand. If you do let go of that hand, the hand will eventually find you again. Because we can't help it. We have to let go sometimes to learn whether the hand has taught us what we were to learn, or whether we can go at it alone. Sometimes it's not there. It's there when you call on it, but sometimes it's not going to be there because you're expected to learn things already from the things you have experienced. You are at some point expected to go on the trial and learn and see whether you can handle it on your own. You always have help when you call. You always have help. You always have that hand to call upon. But you should also reach a level of maturity where, where you're whole with all three. It's like you don't need anything anymore. You're just now a speck. You're now just free floating. You need nothing but yourself. You're just attaching to whatever you know, and you're good because you have established so much trust within yourself that you can now float, you can now upgrade, you know. You are now qualified to fly your own plane, go and explore the world on your own. I like to see life that way. Anyway, I haven't seen it from this perspective before, but as you have seen my transformation here, that's the thing. You can find wisdom within your own self when you allow yourself to express repressed emotions. You come to those realizations when you release things that you cannot, or things that you're having trouble releasing. You just need to find an outlet to be able to express these things. And as you are expressing, you're learning more about yourself, and then you finally channel higher wisdom, because that energy that was stuck is leaving your body. So you're attracting new energy. You're calling forth new energy when you are releasing old energy that has been repressed. It's like breathing. You breathe in new, breathe in old, new and old, even though it's not really new and old. It's all existing at once, but it's really about recycling. It's about renewal. That's it. That's why breath is so powerful, because new and repressed. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. Just focus on things you can do to renew your own life in your own body. Release all that energy that you're stuck holding on to. Release it and let new energy go in. That's what you have to do. That's all you have to do to move on to the next. Just keep releasing. When you experience release, and you can also release by sharing. You are sharing. When you're sharing, you are releasing, and you're attracting new energy to yourself, because the people that resonate with the things that you are speaking about, they are connecting with you through the love that you have given. So the love that you're sending out and the love that they receive, that's a connection. You have connected with them. And so it's not that their energies affect you, but their energy is present, is what I mean. So it's a blessing to yourself when you share your feelings that have been repressed out through like expressing repression is a form of love, is what I'm trying to say. It's loving to do that. It's loving to release what is not serving your body, because then you can give people the new energy that you are drawing into yourself, that you really wish for yourself. You're not carrying in energy that is stuck and heavy and negative, and that can affect other people when you release that onto them. So give light. Choose to be light. There's something that Sadhguru said that I really liked, and it was, I choose to be everywhere I go. I choose to be light. I choose to be I choose to be a light to someone else, something like that. And I loved it. If every day you just wake up and you decide to just do that, be a light to someone else and be a light to yourself and just express light, then you let yourself, you are embodying that light, and you're holding your hand. So yeah, I'm losing that touch now. Like, it's been an hour and 11 minutes, and I've just learned that sometimes when I get angry and when I get upset and when I feel like I'm being lonely and I'm abandoned or whatever, like this is my time to talk about it, my time to release it, and then some new positive things happen and I feel okay and I feel fine, because I have established that relationship with myself, because I'm speaking to myself about the things I'm not comfortable about, and I'm speaking to myself about things, I'm releasing things I have an outlet to release things. So find an outlet. If you don't have an outlet, find an outlet. Do anything. Literally stand up and dance. Stand up and dance. Hit your chest. Jump up and down. Breathe. Sing. Yell. Howl. Cook. Clean. Do something. Get your body working. Get your body moving. Get your energy. Just express energy. Just release energy. That's all you're doing. Find ways to release that energy. If you know how to release energy, if you don't know how to release energy, then just see, like, to find an outlet, you just need to understand that you have to just release energy. Release energy. Release. Release. Do things that release energy. And then you're allowing God to work through you. You're allowing magic to work through you. And I'm saying God, whoever you believe in. Even if you don't believe in God, if you believe in universe, if you believe in life, in existence, logic, science, whatever you believe in, let it work through you. You can call it forth when you are releasing that energy. So, a lot of the things I said now is as a result of me tuning in with the higher. I consciously was tuning in with the good because I wanted goodness, I wanted release. And so that is why I'm saying all these things. I am actually not aware of a lot of things I said. I'm going to have to listen back and hear what the hell hear what the heaven I heard, hear what the love I heard, hear what the magic I heard, to understand myself more. Also, choosing words. Choose words that have high energy. Be aware. I think what I'm loving about my communications job right now is how attentive I am to words. Wow. Words carry so much energy with them, so much history. If you're able to actually pinpoint, what does this actually mean? You know, what does this word actually mean? Is this word empowering? Is it? Like, everything you say, the way you say it, it carries some form of energy with it. It carries some form of energy with it. So, pay attention. That's another way to release. If you're annoyed, if you're angry, feel fine. Go ahead and swear, do whatever you want. Once that is gone, attract some good energy to yourself. Attract some good words, some good positive energy. I love myself. I appreciate myself. I respect myself. Life is beautiful. I'm so grateful for life. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so in line. I'm so in line with the frequencies that are healing my soul. You know, there's so many words you can say, and the way you say it, and the way you merge with them, the way you use your body to merge with them. That's why I also love dance, because dance is like you are literally just flowing in with your body and loving every part of your body to move. Wow. There is so much beauty in just living in alignment with yourself, releasing toxic energy and just living. Wow. I needed this for myself today. Wow. I don't often speak like this at all, actually, but I have found a means of releasing myself, releasing the chains I've kept onto my own self, tied to my own self. And it's a constant work I'm going to have to do, because that's just how it is. Sometimes you experience something and it's like, okay, it seems like your whole life is going to change after that, but no, there's still programming there. There is a reason why we cultivate habits. It's because we need to still train ourselves. We're still part of a brain that needs repetition to learn new things. So we still need to acknowledge the fact that while we are spirit, we also are connected to a mind. We're also connected to a body, and everything needs to be attached to one another. We need to work with each other to be able to exist within this physical space that coexist with non-physical. We need to be able to embrace all of that. While we are in this world, we are also not in this world. So we have to learn to balance all those energies together. And part of balancing that is by being patient and being able to work with all of you. Sometimes your body is not going to feel like it, but your spirit does. But your body might not be in good shape. Your body might literally be tired, might be drained. It might need rest. So listen and learn how to integrate yourself with every part of you, every single part of your body. If your body needs to relax, please listen. Sometimes all you need to do is listen and make a decision. Make a decision that is right for you based on your intuition. Literally. Like, wow. This was so beautiful. Such a beautiful session. I recorded in the beginning of this freaking video. I was not okay. I was not doing fine. I was not happy. Right now, I feel good. I feel like I'm ready to eat, and I feel like I just did. I have a lot of things to say, a lot of things to share, and I think it's beautiful to prepare yourself to share things that are of high value by literally just healing your own self and letting the value come out. The value comes out when it's true. True things are valuable things, and the more things are true to you, the more valuable they are to other people, because the more true they are to them, because they can recognize that, they can sense that. So honor yourself to honor others, and try to just be you. Just be yourself, and learn to hold your own hand so you can hold other people's hands. And yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I am so excited to look back at this and see all the things I just said for the past hour. And I did this in this little space. Here, this is where I sat down and said all those things. As you can see, it's such a weird, odd space to be doing all this. I was sitting right here on the, like in this space, as you can see, and when I placed my phone like on there. And yeah, I'm all alone here tonight, as you can see. But I decided to do something with it. I decided to learn to develop a relationship with myself by just letting myself be. Just be. Just be. Just be, and see what happens when you explore yourself and explore your character, explore who you are. You are not one thing, you're not one person. There's so many sides to you. There's so many things you still have not learned about yourself that you can learn with yourself if you just explore things by yourself, with yourself. So that's the one thing I've learned today. I've learned that at the end of the day, doing things with yourself and being curious enough to explore that and being so unfiltered about that gives you new insights into your life, and that gives you the insights you need to be able to share with other people. It's less also about, studying is great. Studying on how other people have lived their lives and the lessons that they've learned, that's fantastic, wonderful. But the teacher that you need for your own self exists in working with your own self. It exists with learning more about yourself. Because when you learn more about yourself, you're able to share that with other people too. And they can be influenced by that energy. And so the cycle continues, but either way, we are still our own greatest teachers. At the end of it all, we are our own greatest teachers. It's about what we gather, everything we gather from within us and the things around us, how we are able to integrate all the things in the world and create our own experience, our own magic, and release that. So don't limit yourself. Don't feel like you can't do anything. You can do anything you wish. You can. And I am hoping that this world can come to a point where we can give each other the resources that we need to be able to thrive and not survive. We need to help people get to a point where they're not focused on surviving so that they can live. That is really the thing I really wish for this world, is for us to get to that point. Because it can seem privileged to be able to discuss, oh, how wonderful your life is going, when there are people suffering. There are people suffering. And I think when you finally find that alignment with yourself, it's about helping people get through that so that they too can be aligned, so that they too can find alignment in their own lives. We all came here with nothing, really. We came into a world where there were so many resources around us, so many things around us. Doesn't everyone deserve that beauty to see? To see what is rightfully theirs to see. It's very greedy to think that the world belongs to you and you alone. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's such a selfish perspective, and it's what's causing that divide. If we only just opened ourselves up to see that everything that exists here, and it deserves to exist here just as much as you deserve to be here. Just like you are new to this world, there are other people that are new to this world. And we're all here to learn more about what this world really is about and how we can live here, because we can't really escape. We are attached to our bodies. We are attached to this experience. So let's make it easier for ourselves, even through this whole confusion of life. It's confusing to be alive sometimes, because you think so deeply and you start disassociating from the fact that everything is so weird. The more you question, it's like the more you realize that and you're not supposed to think that far ahead, so you come back to reality. But it's weird, that feeling. I know you probably feel that feeling. I don't really know what the word is for that. I don't think we've established the word for that, but it's like you've reached the point in the entire matrix, and then you're just sent back because you're not meant to know. Everybody has that kind of feeling. So if we're all so confused about this earth, and we're so confused about, what exactly we're meant to do here, let's at least, since we don't really know the answer, let us try and find peace here. Let us try and help each other find peace. So that's, I guess, there's still so much for me to learn personally, like history, learn more about politics, learn more about human rights and things that I really love. I don't really know enough, and that's something I acknowledge. I need to learn more about this, what we have done as a society all over these years while, we've been standing here. What has actually happened? Of course, we aren't actually ever going to know. We will know from other people's perspectives, right? And that's what makes this experience interesting, is that we get to read about other people's stories, we get to listen to other people's stories, we get to have that interconnection with other people through storytelling. And we're able to then, whatever we resonate with, whatever insights we suddenly gain, whatever attachments our brain makes when we see other information that responds to the information we've already come across, that allows us to form our own opinions and form our own beliefs and form our own values and things we're passionate about, and things that, if we still see persist, we can change if we wish to. So yes, there is so much work to do. So much work to do as a species, so much work to do as a society, so much work to do to support this environment that we're living in. Because right now we're not supporting our environment. Right now we're not supporting each other. In truth, we are not. Would you call the people in power as people that are trying to support one another? Is it really support? It doesn't seem like support is even the word. It doesn't seem like that is the word. It's more so it's sort of transaction, a sort of business, you know, a business agreement. We are agreeing on something. We're going ahead with something. There is such a huge difference between supporting and just doing business as usual, or trying to make things trying to make the world more livable. Hello. It's about support. What we want is support. So if we can't see that through the entities that are ruling, the way resources are handed out, if we can't see that support, then let us support within our own communities. Let us be the hand that gives to the communities. Let us be the supporters. Let us actually support. And that is how we've come together and stand up for those things. It's by supporting one another. It's not doing business as usual. It's holding each other's hands. And being there for one another. And guiding us to light. Guiding us lovingly, positively, compassionately. Those are not words that you find in corporations or governments or whatever. Those words, nah, that's not the kind of thing. It's not. That's where we as individuals, as citizens, we come together and do those things. We support. And the more we come together and support one another, the more that word becomes more important, and the more we actually implement things that actually do that support. That's what we want, and that's really it. That's what we want. We want to find we just want to be safe. We just want to feel like we are cared for here. We just want to feel like we actually have each other's backs. So if we don't feel like that's happening, of course there's going to be war. Of course there's going to be violence. Of course that's going to happen. Because there's so much anger about not being able to actually support our emotional needs. Because there has been no support. Because these individuals have received no support. The support they need, the safety they need, the compassion they need, the love they need. They find ways to make sure that everything they experienced is released back into the world. They do the harm that has been done unto them, they do unto others. And that just makes the cycle worse. There are so many hurt people ruling this world, trying to rule this world. You don't see them being positive. You don't see them being loving. You don't see them have hope for the future. They're not really hopeful. They're just trying to see how much they can get to show that, all that pain, all that, I cannot be done. I can make my own self safe. And in unhealthy ways. Everything still boils down to that feeling of unsafety, that feeling of So you can say that the people in power are very much like, they're very much people that are struggling. They're struggling with themselves. And that's the kind of people that we look up to. People that are struggling to love themselves, struggling to express their own suffering, or to let their vulnerability come out so that they can live. They think that the repression and the repression and the repression is what is what keeps them safe. It's just making the whole situation worse. There's nothing safe about feeling unsafe in your body, in your skin, in your mind, and letting it stay there. Or even worse, releasing it in a way that harms other individuals. Heal your own self. Do it with yourself privately. And if you need guidance, then go ahead, get a guide. But this lesson is still yours to learn. It's still your experience to experience, and you have to face it. But they don't want to face it because they know what will come out of facing it. They will develop the compassion that will stop them from being in power, because there's still that feeling of I'm not going to be safe if I'm not in power. So yeah, that's where I ended for the day. Bye.